Nobody in their right mind looks at exposed wires, popping sparks on a wall and thinks, yeah, I just need to get to know it better. But when it comes to relationships, dating, or even toxic friendships, we do this every single day. We look at a massive walking hazard zone and say, they're just misunderstood, or they're actually really sweet once you get past their outer shell. In psychology, this isn't just optimism, it's a defense mechanism. Today we're breaking down the exact psychological reasons why our brains defend literal danger zones, and how to stop electrocuting yourself for people who refuse to fix their own internal wiring. Chapter 1. The rescue fantasy and the exception bias. Why do we convince ourselves that a hazard is friendly? It usually comes down to two subconscious traps. The first is what psychologists call the rescue fantasy. When your subconscious sees someone who is emotionally volatile, closed off, or chaotic, it doesn't always register threat. Instead, if you grew up having to earn love or keep the peace in a high-stress environment, your brain registers an opportunity. You tell yourself that if you are the one who finally fixes them, if you're the one who learns how to touch the sparking box without getting burned, it proves you are irreplaceable. You aren't just loving them, you're trying to prove your own worth by solving a puzzle nobody else could solve. The second trap is anomalous exception bias, or what I call the chosen one syndrome. When people tell you someone is a red flag, your brain responds with, they just don't see the side of them that I see. You convince yourself that their past exes, friends, or family members simply lacked the patience or empathy that you possess. You rebrand their disrespect toward others as depth, and you assume their hostility will magically bypass you. Chapter 2. The cost of getting to know it. When a note says, it's friendly if you get to know it, what it's really telling you is that the system is broken, but the people around it have adapted to the dysfunction. In relationships, getting to know it means learning how to walk on eggshells. It means memorizing their triggers so you don't activate them. It means watching your tone, holding back your own needs, and constantly apologizing just to maintain a baseline of peace. You end up creating a 500-page custom user manual just to interact with a human being without causing an explosion. Here is the psychological reality when you have to alter your core self just to navigate someone else's unmanaged volatility. You aren't building intimacy. You are managing a hazardous site. You are spending all your daily energy insulating someone else from the consequences of their own unhealed behavior. Chapter 3. How to stop defending hazard zones. So how do you break out of this cycle and stop romanticizing instability? 1. Separate potential from reality. Stop dating or holding on to the imaginary version of someone who went to therapy and worked through their issues. Look at the person standing right in front of you today. If their current behavior requires a warning label, accept the label. 2. Stop auditing souls for hidden good. Everyone has a reason for why they are the way they are. Childhood trauma, bad past relationships, stress, these explain behavior, but they do not excuse mistreatment. It is not your job to play psychological detective to justify why someone treats you poorly. 3. Let the power cut out. If keeping a connection alive requires you to get shocked repeatedly, step back. If a relationship completely falls apart the second you stop managing their mood, it was already broken before you got there. At the end of the day, remember this: you are a human being seeking safety, reciprocity, and peace. You are not a certified electrician sent to rewire someone else's emotional foundation. A healthy relationship doesn't require a warning sign on the door, and real love doesn't demand that you get shocked 100 times just to prove you're loyal. Stop standing in front of sparking wires holding a user manual waiting for a hazard to become a home.